Are you tired of dead sliding in Warzone 3? Got some good news for you. They're actually preventable. Look, we all know dead slides are one of the most frustrating things to have happen during a gunfight in Warzone. Here are a few things that I've found that have been causing my dead slides in Warzone 3. And learning to play around these or modify my game just a little bit has eliminated like 99% of my dead slide. Make sure you stick around until number 3 so that you can catch the most common cause of dead slide. This is Movement 101 Part 2.5 Dead Slides Edition. Now make sure you send this to your squad mates so that you can make sure none of you get caught dead sliding from here on out. Number 1, weird things in the geometry of Warzone. An invisible wall that you can't climb over, a rock that just kind of catches your foot and you get stuck running, something hanging out of the edge of a building that stops your sprint. All these things can also cause a dead slide. And really the only thing you can do to avoid these is just to learn where they are in the map and learn to play around. Number 2, and I'm sure this one gets a lot of people, sliding squarely into another player. So when you're coming out of a doorway or you're making an aggressive challenge, if you actually slide directly into the player and your body makes contact with their body, it will stop your slide. So you want to always make sure in a gunfight that you're kind of sliding diagonally to somebody so that you either slide under their gun or you slide around them rather than directly into them. Number 3, and the most common example of dead slides that I've found inside of my gameplay, is actually starting your strafe before your slide begins. A dead slide is going to happen 100% of the time if you move your joystick too far to the left or too far to the right prior to your slide actually beginning. Like canceling works by either holding forward and sliding, diagonal left and sliding, or diagonal right and sliding on your left stick. Now, most of us, when we aggro challenge somebody that's outside of the doorway, you know, let's say there's a guy downrange out to my left, right? You're going to slide cancel out, and you're going to start strafing immediately, right? You never want to just slide cancel and stop. The problem is if you go to strafe before that slide begins, so if you move your joystick too far to the left before the slide action starts, you're going to get stuck in a dead slide, just like this. Because essentially all you're doing is just crouching. You're just looking and crouching. It doesn't actually matter what you do with your right stick. You can look any direction you want with your right stick before, after, during your slides. It's your left stick you have to be careful of. If you start your strafe with your left stick before your slide happens, you're going to crouch. And you're going to get stuck in that dead slide. Hit that follow button to catch more advanced movement tips for Warzone 3.